my dope, killing the crack in they pot. Never thought Christian rap could actually pop, when in fact we finna crack with facts over lies. I am back with the mob, hog for my God. I'm a general, but Yeshua with a boss of the squad.
Go ahead, you be alright.
Bizzle, let them know where we at, what we doing.
Yo, what up? So we out here with this Queens. My little bro, Say Lot of Corner, one of the artists on God Over Money. He's shooting this video right now for a joint called United States of America. So it'll probably look crazy right now, but when it come together and you hear the concept of the record, that joint gonna be dope. I'm Bizzle, man. I'm a Christian rapper, CEO of God Over Money, founder of the God Over Money movement. I'm a father, a husband, like a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. So, you know, I'm just out here trying to make my mark, or really just make a mark for the Lord out here.
Okay. How do you come up with your name?
Bizzle, it ain't nothing deep. Like, people be like, yo, where that name come from? So when I was in the world, my name was Playboy, right? People call me Playboy. As slang start changing, it was like, yo, play Bizzle. And then it was just, yo, Bizzle. That's just what it is. Like, people be thinking I'm gonna have something deep. I'll be like, nah, it don't mean nothing at all. Like,
So what was it like growing up in LA?
it was cool. You know, I grew up in poverty, but I didn't feel like I was poor. Like, I used to think life was great. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what Section 8 was. You know what I'm saying? Like, or that we was on it. I just know. You know, I was having fun with the homies and all that, and then, you know, my mom told me we was poor. Like, yo, we're not in the upper class. I'm like, we're not in the middle either? Nah, we're not in the middle either. You know what I'm saying? So, it was cool. I wouldn't regret any of the things I seen. You know what I'm saying? You have your in any hood, I would say across America, you have your share of, you know, seeing your little shootings here, and it's like every night, at least 2 helicopters, you know what I'm saying, gunshots, all that kind of stuff that I would wish on no child to have to get used to. But by the time you get used to it, it's not really a big thing. But, you know, my pops was in the picture. He wasn't in the household, but he was in the picture. I grew up with my moms, but, you know, life was cool.
Okay. How did you get your start into music? How did you get into music?
Shoot, depending on how far you want to go back. I wrote my first rap at 8 and recorded it inside like a little recorder. First time in the studio, I was 14, recorded my first song. I started recording like mad mixtapes. So I had like, I went and bought, matter of fact, I put myself in debt for like a long time over going out and trying to, I was 18, right? They gave me a credit card with like a $4,000 limit. First credit card I ever had, bruh. I went out and bought me a computer, a little microphone, a CD burner, printer, all this stuff, right? And I was just sitting at the house. I would record mixtape after mixtape. I did like 7, and then I was working on my album, right? And you know, at that time, hustle money was pretty much what funded the label. So initially, it wasn't me. It was just the squad. You know, you had people who was involved in prostitution, selling drugs, whatever, and that's how we got everything paid for. Eventually, I got saved, and I kind of cut ties to that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like starting from scratch, and I started doing it for the Lord, man, and He did it. It happened in a way that I can't really take credit for, because nothing changed. Like, there's still certain stuff you need to do music, right? So you need money, you need studio time, you need, you know, artwork, you need beats, you need all of this stuff to be able to make it happen. And that's the stuff that we're trained to think like, yo, I need to go out and do this illegal stuff to be able to get this stuff. But God brought all that stuff, man. I remember when I was doing the first mixtape, a dude came at me like, yo, I want to mix and master all your stuff for free. I was like, cool. So I started doing the mixtapes. Boy Wonder comes out of nowhere like, yo, bro, I love what you're doing. I want to produce your album for free. I was was like, cool. You know what I'm saying? Another dude comes, I wanna shoot your video for free. Cool. And a lot of stuff like that started happening, man. So, you know, the Lord kind of just built this from the ground up, honestly.
Gotcha. You got in what was like before you found God? I know you got into it a little bit, but give us a little more details on that.
So I was the dude, right? I always compare myself to like the Trey and Boys in the Hood. You know what I'm saying? I never really committed to a hustle that long, but I tried like every hustle in the book. From, I feel like I'm gonna indict myself. Like from the check fraud, counterfeit money, pills, weed. The last straw was prostitution. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I ended up linking up with this chick. I started going to Bible study and stuff, right? I'm like, I'm trying to start going to church, but my money's low. I'm over here, I'm sleeping on somebody's floor. You know, I'm living out of my car full of trash bags of clothes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, you know, I link up with this chick. The homies is already pimping. I just start, you know, old girl comes, she put me on. Like, people, when they tell my story, they be like, ex-pimp. And they make it seem like I was just out there doing it. Like, nah, she really put me on. And I started getting money, like, real fast. Like, out of all the hustles, that's the one that really start paying in a way that none of the other ones did. Long story short, though, one day she asked me to go take her, pick up her brother from practice. I don't know what kind of practice it is. I don't know if he play ball or what. So we go, we pull up, it's at a church, right? So now I'm sitting in there, they practicing, they finish. I find out that this is her family's church and her dad is the pastor. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, like I stopped going to church. We start bouncing from city to city getting this money. And now I'm back in the church, but now I'm not on God's side. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a crazy feeling to be back where I ran away from to go get that money, man. That's where this God over money come from.
That's how that got created.
Yeah, it's from that time in my life where I put money over God, and I just vowed that I was never gonna do that again.
Okay. You turned down a few 360 deals. Do you have any advice for upcoming artists looking for a deal?
Man, today's climate is you really can benefit one from doing this on your own. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things in the fame realm you may not be able to get in the same way. So if your aim is to be famous, go get the deal. You might be broke and famous, right? But if your aim is either to support your family, build a business, you know, solidify income and not debt, then going independent is a good way to get this popping, and at least building it into something. Like, even if I did a deal, I can't go in without the right amount of negotiating power, because there's certain things I'm gonna want off top. You know, you can't shelf me. You can't tell me what to do, what I can say, what I can't say. You can't do this, you can't. For me to be able to walk inside somebody's office and say those things, I gotta go ahead and build my thing to be, you know what I'm saying, lay my own foundation first. If I can't, I'll keep building it. And I don't need you to give me, you know, to give me all this stuff. I want to be able to walk in, say I got A, B, C together. All I need from you is this. And therefore, you don't get to make all the rules. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're going to have negotiating power as well. But if you walk in just with, like, yo, I need this, I need that, and they get to make all the rules, you mess around and put yourself in a bad position. You mess around and do, like what I was telling you about when I was broke and I was low, and then this chick came, and then that pimping start, and that money start coming, like you mess around and let your circumstance cause you to make a bad decision.
A lot of new rappers such as Lil Uzi Vert are wearing a new trend of the upside down crosses on their chains. What is your opinion on that?
That's Wack. Straight like that.
Okay.
I'm not with it. I mean, I don't want to go into, that's not like 5 minutes of convo to have. I represent that cross. I represent the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So I'm gonna automatically off top have a problem with that.
Okay. Do you have any words of guidance for Lil Uzi Vert and others who are rocking these jewels?
I would have to know more info to know I can't just spit out random words of guidance like, yo, I don't know where they at in their life. You know what I'm saying? So same medicine don't treat every single disease or illness. So if we could have that convo, we could definitely have that convo. Until then, you know, I pray between now and whenever they see the light. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. In 2010, you had some words about Jay-Z. Do you still stand by your words today in 2017?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what are you working on right now?
Right now, the next thing we working on is the God Over Money album. And that's gonna have the whole squad. It's gonna be me, Seven, Dayton, Say Lotta Corner, Jared Sanders, and Bump Sam. So that's what sponsored by Grateful Apparel. But yo, that's the next thing we working on. And then right now, Say Lotta Corner album about to drop. We working on Seven's album. Like everybody's working. So I'm gonna have to get everybody to pause on their work for a minute to contribute verses for this group album, and I'm excited about that.
Okay. So is there anything you would like to let your fans know that they might not know about you?
Nah, I don't know. That's hard.
Okay. All right. So before we wrap it up, anything else you want to throw in there? Anything you want to say?
God Over Money, turn that cross the right way. Yo, what up? With it is Bizzle, and you're rocking with Hip Hop Revival. And this is Art's True Form.
And that's a wrap.